The second Grand Slam of the year is here, and in about 3 hours from now, the draw for the French Open will take place. And the battle for the women's singles title looks to be a closely contested one. And that's what we're going to discuss in this live. Hello and welcome to WION Sports Extra. I'm Nikhil Mathur and I'm joined by my sports editor Divya Singh Deo and by my colleague Vidul Kathuria. Iga Swiatek, world number 1. I think she's the favorite going into the tournament. But has that injury in Rome hampered her chances?
Of course it has. In fact, I would rephrase what you just said to say that Iga Swiatek is the favorite heading into the French Open only if she is fully fit. And there's a big question mark. You know, we are seeing visuals of her practicing on centre court, on Philippe Chatrier. But it's an injury which is recent. And what she said is, I'm going to take it as it comes. Yeah. Will Iga Swiatek head into a Grand Slam knowing she's not 100%? Is she like Nadal? The jury's out on that. Because then it opens her up to be taken down. And when you're a player at that level, you obviously want to play through the pain and you believe that you can win. Obviously, if she's there at the French right now, it's because she believes she can win. But how effective will she be? That's the question.
So, Iga is there, and probably the 3 players who can challenge for the title. Along with Iga, it's Sabalenka, who's the Australian Open champion, and Elene Rybakina, the Wimbledon champion. How do you look at it?
I think these 3 players are definitely the top 3 in the women's game right now, undoubtedly. And after a long time, there is some consistency in terms of the top players. So it's actually good for the game because the other players have something to aim for, target. And I think last year Swiatek was on that amazing run where she won how many titles? Six titles?
Six or seven, yeah.
But and she looked absolutely unbeatable. But since then, Sabalenka and Rybakina have proven that they can go toe to toe with her, and both of them have won titles this season
and have beaten her.
Yes,
that's the crucial bit. I think that the aura, when you puncture that aura once, that makes a difference.
It's done. So Sabalenka finally won that Grand Slam, that elusive Grand Slam at the Australian Open, and she came back from set down. Yeah. So there has been sort of a development in her game. She has matured. Rybakina is again a similar game to Sabalenka. All power. She was inconsistent, but now she has proven that she can compete on all surfaces. And of course, that Italian Open title will give her a lot of confidence. So this is a very exciting women's tournament to look forward to after a long time, I would say, at the French Open.
Yeah. But also, I think one big point which we have to discuss is while you speak about the power game, it doesn't always come good on clay.
And clay is a different surface.
Yeah.
Sabalenka has been playing well, but I think in Paris she hasn't performed well. She hasn't gone past the 3rd round. So
no, and let's be fair, she lost the 1st round at the Italian.
Yeah.
It was a big shock.
Yeah.
So it's a tricky surface, and going back to Justin Elene, she won 3 in a row. There's not been a repeat women's singles champion ever since 2007 or 8. Yeah. No repeat. Sharapova, Serena, again Sharapova, then Serena coming down. And then obviously last 4-5 years it was top seater. We know Ostapenko, and there was Halep as well. Yeah. There's Muguruza as well, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So it's Krejcikova. I mean, who expected her to win?
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not counting her out because her singles performance, okay, up and down, but doubles still one of the best players in the world, and she loves that surface. It's how you adapt to that surface. I think clay demands a very different skill set.
Yeah.
And I know we are talking about Rybakina, but I mean, who did she have to beat in that Italian final? I mean, both her opponents in the semis and the finals withdrew. Yeah, they withdrew also, right? Yeah. I mean, Iga and Kalinina also. So again, I think that Italian final showed, if Kalinina is in a final of a Masters 1000 event, it's still pretty open, I think. But I just think that across these 3 players, Swiatek has the better game for clay.
Of course. Yeah. She's a 2-time winner of the French Open, of course.
And all that she won last year on clay, This year also she won Stuttgart. It was a good field.
Yeah. And it's her favorite surface, let's be honest. Her first Grand Slam when she, took the tennis world by storm as a 19. She was 19, and 2020 she absolutely blew her opponents apart. On her, A game, she's still, almost unbeatable.
Yeah.
If she brings her A game, but there are question marks.
The question is that fitness
Yes.
level. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, it's an interesting time. Like Sabalenka is finally coming into her own. She has been a good player, but she hasn't won a Grand Slam, and
She always had that, she used to struggle in the big matches,
Yeah.
And I think winning a Grand Slam gives you that sort of confidence. And we've seen that now in the way she approaches. Okay, leave aside this one match. It happens, there's fatigue, or probably as Man City, Guardiola said yesterday, probably too much of celebration.
40 hours.
Yeah, after winning Madrid. But I just think that when you win a Grand Slam, and that's a similar case with Rybakina. When you win a Grand Slam, Wimbledon champion. You're remembered for posterity. You're a Wimbledon champion.
Yeah. And also, Rybakina is my personal favorite because that's the way she conducts herself. Because that Wimbledon, it coincided with the Russia-Ukraine war. She was,
Born in Russia.
yeah, and she got because of that her ranking didn't improve. So she was playing on the court like 1/3 on the far court, but she has always maintained her calm and she has evolved her game. So personally, I really like Rybakina, and I think she can beat anyone on her day.
Yeah, but what Vidur was saying is also important because till the US Open last year, you had what? If you go back 20 Grand Slams over a 5-year period, there were some 15, 16 winners.
Yeah.
Who were the repeat winners? Not even Serena, because Serena was losing after 17.
I think
Halep, Muguruza, and Barty, and Swiatek.
Yeah. I think there was Kerber had a very
Yes.
good season in 2016. I think it was
And then she won again. No? She beat 18 or 19 finals. She beat Serena again.
Wimbledon.
Yeah.
So let's look at who are the not wild card, but
Yeah, I think the dark horse. So Goff has not had a good run, but she reached the final last time. I am not counting out Pegula or Sakari. Sakari sort of blows hot and cold, but she's somehow at the French she does well.
And also, then you have to mention Jabeur as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
reached the final in the first Charleston, I think it was. She lost to
a
Bencic.
bit off color, but
And I think last season she won a 1,000 title. I'm not sure. I think she did. So she has got good variation.
a drop shot is still one of the
And of course, again, experienced player, a player who has
she's been
done well
number 2
recently at Grand Slams over the last couple of seasons. Of course, she's yet to win it, but she has done well, so she has that experience. And Jabeur again can if she brings her A game, she can beat most players on the tour.
Okay, there are a couple of questions, interesting one. Nicholas Reyes, thank you Nicholas, says, will Elena Rybakina's purple patch be enough for her to reign supreme at Roland Garros? Now, the Rybakina fans won't answer that.
I think she has got the game. The surface is a bit different. I mean, her game is more suited to the hard courts where she uses her power and timing. Like Sabalenka is more just brute power, where Rybakina times it well, but she also has that power game. But yeah, she's in good form. She's coming off after winning a title, so she has good chance. And if Swiatek is not 100%, I think she's my favorite to win the title.
Okay, next question is on Swiatek. Vidur, take this. Arthur asks, what kind of challenges will Iga Swiatek face at the French Open? Before Vidur answers, I'll say the pressure of expectation.
Yeah, of course. She has to. The biggest challenge for her is her fitness.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the biggest challenge. And of course, if she is able to, gain full fitness, even, during the first few round matches, if she is not challenged, if she can sort of work on her game and work on her fitness, then by the time she reaches the round of 16 quarterfinals, she will be 100%. And when Swiatek is 100%, she is the overwhelming favorite.
But that's an important point because the big players, the best opportunity to take them out is in the first week.
Yeah.
The moment Nadal or in this case a Barty or a Swiatek go into the second round, then that confidence kicks in. Then you're in the second half. So the pressure is on the player you are facing.
Yeah.
Because you're then facing a big name in the second week of a Grand Slam. So the upsets could happen. But also in the case of Swiatek, and this is an important thing I read the other day from Boris Becker. He's saying it's a very different mindset in tennis when you are the hunted and not the hunter.
Yeah.
But I think even an 80% Swiatek would cruise through the first round because she had got how many bagels? I mean, she had got the most number of bagels. She destroys opponents in the starting round.
It's like the point you made. How many times have we seen a 50% or a 60% fit Nadal, just throw
Yeah,
through
last
the
season,
first round.
last French Open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And by the time he reaches the latter stages,
yeah,
the king of play is back.
that can be the case with Iga as well.
Yeah.
Olsen asks, who is Rybakina's toughest challenger? Well, we picked two.
Yeah.
Those two? Sabalenka and Swiatek. Now, it also depends which part of the draw she's going to land up in.
Yeah.
Of course.
If she lands up on the Sabalenka side of the draw, then you're seeing at least one challenger to Iga's throne getting out at least wherever it happens, maybe the semi-finals, you don't know.
True. Yeah.
What's she? 4 now? World number 4? Rybakina?
Rybakina, world number 4. Yeah.
And Pegula is 3.
Pegula is 3, Garcia is 4.
No, Garcia's. I'm surprised with Garcia.
We haven't mentioned her.
But she's completely been off the pace in this clay season.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that after the end to last season, where after Wimbledon, after French, actually she took off.
WTA finals.
And then just sort of this year, it hasn't sort of worked for her. But she's going to defend a lot of points now.
Yeah.
So that ranking is going to tumble. I was very intrigued to see the way Paula Badosa played.
Yeah.
She's been in Madrid, she had a decent run.
Yeah.
And I think that, and a player who's been world number 2 just a year back, you can't write her off. Because you have these momentary, see, the way the tennis system works, it's a 1-year ranking, right? You lose, you defend. So if it coincides with your bad period, you're completely losing a lot of points. Like say Nadal, he's going to fall out of the top 100.
Yeah. And even Sabalenka can overtake Swiatek if she reaches the semi-final, because Swiatek has a lot of points to defend because she's a defending champion.
No, and she won everything, right? She won, I think what?
6,
Qatar, she won Dubai, then she won Charleston maybe,
and then
Stuttgart,
then
Rome. Madrid she didn't play, Rome and
she
the
won
French.
Open.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can have a new world number 1 as well. And also Maria's actually, the point you raised, I think I can draw similarities with Sabalenka, because Sakri also, she has a game, she always reaches, the quarterfinals and then she goes out. But I think she needs that one title.
The same with Pegula.
Yeah,
I think Pegula's on the threshold of a breakthrough.
Yeah.
But that breakthrough, it's easy to get into a quarterfinal, maybe a semi-final, because even in the women's draw, I mean the top 10, top 15, you have that gap right now. But I think closing out a Grand Slam is the tricky part, and that's where it's sort of for her. She's been at so many quarterfinals, Australian Open, and all. She's always getting stuck there. I think you take it one at a time. I think in the men's side, you just see the difference over there. You see like how long it took for Medvedev to break through, and then you compare it to how easy it was for Alcaraz to break through. He won his first, and technically he hasn't played a Grand Slam after because he missed the Oz. So we'll discuss the men's contenders on Friday. Okay, we have a poll result.
Who will be the women's singles champion at the French Open?
No surprises.
46.4% say Iga, 28.6% say Elene Rybakina,
Interesting.
and Sabalenka 10.7%, while 14.3% feels there can be some other.
So the others are what? Goff,
Pegula,
Badosa, Azarenka, Jabber. Oh, interesting. But Sabalenka, reigning Grand Slam champion. Ooh. The last Grand Slam, in fact.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just think that on clay, and I'm coming back to it. On clay, you can't blast your way.
Yeah. That's you can't.
If that was the criteria, I mean, there was no way Kuerten would have won that many, Bruguera would have won that many. They don't have the power game. It has to be very. I mean, Nadal has a power game technically.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of topspin in it and a lot of other factors in it. Yeah. Because at clay, you hit as hard as you can. The ball doesn't react that way. It doesn't fly off the courts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So who is your pick? If you have to pick.
Fully fit Iga Swiatek any day? Any day.
Swiatek.
Yeah. Pretty much. You can't put your money against Swiatek. So yeah, I think we have covered all.
Okay, what's happening 6:30? No basketball today. Nothing for Vidur to speak about. Vidur is quiet. Lots of football. And I just think that we should address the Vinicius story.
Yeah.
The fact that Tebas, the head of La Liga, has to issue a groveling apology creates satisfaction. They were pathetic comments, and they were not comments to be made at the time when Vinicius was hurting.
Exactly. So, yeah.
And immediately after that, you had Rubiales, who's the president of the Spanish Football Federation, saying that
Accepting that
there is a racism problem.
Yeah.
And lovely scenes to see the entire stadium get up and applaud Vinicius, who was injured. That's why he didn't play. Apart from that, we have Man City, who have admitted... No, that's not important. Man City have admitted that not just are they the best football team in England and perhaps the world at the moment, they're perhaps the biggest drinkers as well. Because Pep Guardiola, of all people, saying that his team could still come out and perform in that 1-1 draw against Brighton last night after drinking the whole of Manchester dry.
Anyway, they deserve it. They deserve it. And you never know. Might be a few more parties.
Few more parties coming up. The treble.
Yeah.
But
the thing is that probably this, if they say win the FA Cup, they won't have that. They probably have a week after that Champions League final. Yeah, so enough time. There could be two more huge parties coming up.
The FA Cup is going to be a party because that's Manchester.
No, Vidya was calculating the hangover period. Yeah. It's like, okay, 7 days and you were recovered.
Enough. Yeah.
But their challengers, Inter, have won the Coppa Italia.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Lautaro Martinez, he's scoring all the crucial goals. He scored against Benfica.
It's not going to be a cakewalk.
He scored against Milan. So I think he is the informed player. And
I think Inter have proven that they're a great cup side.
Yeah.
They're third in the league, but they won the Super Cup, Italian Super Cup this season. They won the Italian Cup last season.
And they defended.
Yeah. And they're in the Champions League final. So, as Digvijay said, it's Champions League final is anyway never a cakewalk.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very, and full of confidence. Inter Milan. So yes, Champions League final will be very, very interesting.
Another interesting story comes from tennis. While we just spoke about tennis, but I was going back to those scenes of Alexander Zverev in Mexico last year, or last to last year.
Last year.
2022, yeah.
When he absolutely destroyed a tennis racket. Well, Mikael Ymer of Sweden did just that, and like Zverev, he got kicked out of the tournament in Lyon because while Zverev... Lyon.
Sorry.
He actually destroyed not just his racket, but he also destroyed the chair umpire's ladder. It was meltdown, road rage, what is it called? Red mist.
Yeah. Correct decision. I mean, it's
Had to be kicked out.
unacceptable. Yeah. You cannot do that. And tennis players have to learn that. Yeah.
And the Mumbai Indians in the semi-final, technically a semi-final.
Yeah.
Qualifier 2. But what a story, engineer.
Wow.
Akash Madhera.
5 for 5.
5 for 5. Net bowler last year. Net bowler. And hasn't played the IPL this season as well. Then when Jofra Archer goes, he gets a chance.
This is what the IPL is about.
Yeah. It's new stars.
Yeah.
I think we should do one when the IPL gets over. We should do one on the new stars who emerged,
Absolutely.
And at times I wonder, why aren't these boys playing in the Indian team?
Well,
I think we have to get over this fascination of playing the big names. T20, horses for courses. Why did India win the T20 World Cup in 2007? And the big guns didn't play. It was horses for courses. Nobody knew what to expect. I think, Yuvraj was coming back with question marks over his form. Sehwag was, I think, the one big name there.
Yeah. So many debuts. Current captain Rohit Sharma scored a 50 on his debut, and Robin Uthappa and Yusuf Pathan.
Dinesh Karthik was in that team.
Yes.
Yusuf Pathan playing the final.
Yusuf Pathan, RP Singh, Irfan Pathan. Harbhajan again was an established name. Joginder Sharma.
Robin Uthappa.
Bowl out. I remember the bowl out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great memories.
Srishant.
Srishant was there.
Srishant.
Took that catch.
Yeah. So that's it for this live. Tune into our show at 6:30 p.m. IST.
WION World of Sport.